Everyone, Melissa here with Create Your Future. In today's video, I want to talk about manifesting financial security, manifesting money, and becoming debt-free. So if you're interested in any of those topics or you've been struggling to manifest any of those things, I think this video will really help you. And before we get started, I just want to remind you that I'm having a sale on coaching. It goes through April 17th. And as long as you book by April 17th, you can book out a session in May, June, whenever. Just as long as you book by the 17th, you can take advantage of the discounted rates. So if you've been interested in coaching, check out the link in the description of this video. Okay, let's talk about money, because who doesn't want more money? So the first thing you want to think about when you're trying to manifest money is, what is my current money story? What am I currently believing is true about my financial situation, about how much money I have, about how much money I make, about how much money I can make, and about debt. So whatever you're thinking is true about any of those things, that's what you are going to experience in your physical reality. That's what the circumstances are going to prove back to you, right? Because circumstances just show us our beliefs constantly. And they're constantly changing when we change our assumptions and beliefs about things. So that's why you can change your money situation. So let's start with some examples of money stories you could have. Maybe you are currently experiencing living paycheck to paycheck and worrying about having enough for bills every month and pinching every penny and constantly stressed and about money. Okay, always thinking you don't have enough. That is a story that you are identifying with, that you are accepting as true about your money situation. Maybe you're also believing that you have tons of debt and you're stressed about how it's all going to get paid. Maybe you have debt collectors calling you. You know, that's all that story of not having enough. Okay, then maybe you could have the story of, I make a fine living. I can afford everything I want, but I want to be big time wealthy. I want to be on yachts and take amazing trips and have beautiful things and buy whatever I want, whenever I want, and go wherever I want, whenever I want. Okay, so that story is, I have plenty, but I want more. I don't have enough. It's still coming from, I don't have as much as I want, right? And maybe you're not sure how that's going to come to you. Maybe you're not sure of a way that that could be possible for you. Maybe you're limiting ways money can come to you. Maybe you're deciding, I make tons of money, but it's only from this one source. It's only from my salary. And there's no way I'm going to get a raise or make more. They're not going to bump me up to where I really want to be. Okay, so that's a limiting belief in terms of how much money can come to you and from where. Okay, you're just, sometimes you'll hear us say you're conditioning your desire. Basically, you're deciding that you can only receive money from certain places. Okay, and that's limiting, right? And then maybe you have a story that you have tons and tons of money and you just want to keep collecting more. And that's a wonderful story, and keep it up. Okay, so there's plenty of ways you can go about this. You can come at it from just a straight, I make this much money a month, I get this much money a day angle, and change it there. You can manifest more success for yourself in your business, in your profession. Let's say you're in sales. You know, I'm incredibly successful and prosperous and abundant. You know, you come at it from that perspective, or you can come at it from just how much, just that you're constantly receiving money from all places. You know, money can come from, it can come from an inheritance, it can come from winning money, it can come from a salary, it can come from an increase in salary, it can come from a bonus, it can come from a stock dividend, it can come from a refund you didn't know you were owed, or something you overpaid. I mean, there's so many ways, a court settlement, there's so many people somebody could gift you money. There's so many ways money can come to you. You could find money. So be open to that. You know, yes, can you manifest a specific amount from a specific place? Absolutely. But why only do that? You do that and be open to it coming from other places, because then you'll just get more. and it'll be more fun. Okay, so I want to get into a couple of success stories that help illustrate this point. So how do you do it? First, you identify what stories you're telling yourself that you don't like, that you don't want. Second, you create a new story that implies that what you want is true now. And then you persist in that new story, no matter what, until your 3D experience shows you your new assumptions back to you, okay? Confirms it back to you. Your circumstances will shift based on your new beliefs. So what inspired me to do this video was I was actually talking to a client who had a major, awesome success wiping out some credit card debt. This client had thousands in debt. They wanted it gone, and they did it. And the way that they did it was they chose visualization. Sometimes we call that SATs. And their image was seeing the credit card statement showing paid in full, paid off. Okay. So every time they thought about their debt, they went to that image in their mind. And that conjured up feelings of relief, of pride, of happiness, of it's done. It's finished. I'm paid it off. Yes. You know, so they kept going back to that image anytime they thought about their debt. And sure enough, the more they did that, the more they believed in it, the more their mind started accepting that as true. The money ended up showing up and they were able to pay everything off. So they are now debt free. Huge relief, huge, awesome manifestation. It happened because they changed their story. Another client of mine was trying to make more money at their job. And so their manifestation, their money story was they wanted a promotion at work. Okay. So they started affirming that they were going to get promoted. And as soon as they started that, within a few days, one of their coworkers got promoted. And so they initially started spiraling a little bit and making that mean, well, they got it instead of me. Why did they get what I'm manifesting for? What I'm trying to manifest. So we had to take a step back and remember, you are giving meaning to everything. So you decide what is true about this. Why not instead decide that this is working in your favor? That this person got promoted, so that means you're going to get promoted too. That means this is a possibility for you too. That means you are next. Okay? So always try to spin whatever circumstances are showing up, even if they seem contrary to what you want, even if they seem opposite to what you want, always try to spin them to your advantage. Always, always, always. Because whatever you are accepting as true about it, that's what you're going to get to experience. So they worked on it. They kept telling themselves a better story about it. And sure enough, they got offered that promotion. Okay. So when you are struggling and seeing stuff show up that does not match your desire, that is your opportunity to decide something new is true about it, to change your story, to persist in a new story that you want instead. All that is just showing you your old beliefs. So it's your chance, and maybe you can see it as a test. You know, it's testing you, saying, what are you going to believe is true about this? What are you going to believe is true about this? Are you going to stick to your old story, or are you going to change it? So come at it from the perspective of something that shows up that I don't like is just an opportunity for me to change my beliefs, which I know will change my circumstances. Okay. Let's see. Another good example of money is I had another client who was affirming to receive a specific dollar amount. And it was, I don't even remember what I think it was like $5,000. I received $5,000, I think was the affirmation. And they changed that to be, I have $5,000, because you want to be careful when you're affirming. The tense that you affirm in is important in the respect that it needs to imply to you that it's true right now. So if you're saying, I'm gonna get this in your affirmation, this is going to happen, be careful, because that can keep you in the state of constantly waiting for it to happen. You always want, with your affirmations, to imply that what you want is true right now. So this client was affirming, I received $5,000. I have $5,000. I got $5,000. Okay. Over and over and over again. And within, I don't know, a week or so, a family member out of the blue was like, hey, I have some extra money. I thought you could use it. Here you go. And it was the amount that they wanted. So again, what are you going to believe is true about your desire? That should be the question you're always asking, because if you're not seeing what you want showing up in the 3D, You're acknowledging that it's not true yet. When you doubt and question, that's just an acknowledgement that what you want is not true yet. And where we want to get to is our desires are true right now. They're true right now, no matter what I see, no matter what I don't see, they are true right now. Okay? And the more you say it and the more you persist in it, the more you will believe it. And boom, it's going to show up so beautifully in your 3D for you to experience. So if you would like a more targeted routine to change up your money story, I do have a 14-day money mental diet challenge. You can find the link for that in the description below. So check that out. If you feel like you need more structure, that's a really good place to start. Okay. And when you guys watch this, share your success stories in the comments, any money successes you've had, because it is super inspiring. It will help other people and it is really fun to read. So no success is too small. Dream bigger than you can ever imagine and celebrate every little thing that comes by that works in your favor, and try to always use every circumstance to your advantage. In your mind, it's always working in your favor. Even if you can't see it right now, it's always working in your favor. Everything that happens is always working towards you getting your manifestations. As long as you stick to your story, you're going to get what you want. Okay? And you can also start intending that you are just, in general, you are abundant, you are successful, you are financially secure, you are wealthy. Make some general affirmations in there too, because that's just going to show up for you in every part of your life. Abundance is going to show up for you everywhere. So incorporate those into your mental diet as well. Okay. I think that's it for this video. I intend it helped you. I intend you have an abundant and wealthy week. And if you guys have any questions or video suggestions, please put that in the comments below, because we love reading that and we want to give you what you want to learn about. Okay. That's it for this video. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you in the next one.